Now, in other news today, we all know that teachers are being stretched to their limits. We talk about it a lot. But there are now growing signs that those pressures are directly impacting school children in England. The number of teachers leaving the profession, coupled with sluggish recruitment, mean that teaching vacancies are at their highest rate ever. Well, here with a little more on this is our education reporter, Anjum Peerbacos. Anjum, the numbers aren't adding up, are they? There's a hemorrhaging of teachers and not enough coming in. Talk us through the statistics.
So we know that Bridget Phillipson has made recruitment for teachers a priority, and it was in their manifesto. They wanted to recruit 6,500 teachers, very clearly stated. But what we've seen today in the results that have been published by the NFER, the National Foundation for Education Research, that 6,000 teachers' vacancies are currently in the system. And that's a huge amount. And it's going to have a lasting impact for children. But we also saw last year over 40,000 teachers left the profession, and previously over 40,000 teachers left the profession. So we have to start asking about why this is happening and what is going to be the plan to remedy and rectify this situation.
Behind the statistics are the people. What are the reasons for teachers leaving the profession?
So anecdotally, yesterday, an ex-student who has become a teacher contacted me and said, I've been doing it for 5 years. I thought that I was going to leave the profession, but I thought I'd change schools and see if that made a difference. I'm heading to burnout. He changed schools, but then a year later, he said it's much of a muchness. The situation is the same. He still feels as though workload is a real pressure. And we know workload, along with pupil behaviour, post-pandemic, have been issues for teachers and really are not being resolved at any level.
Yeah, because it's about education. It's also about pastoral care as well, isn't it? There's so much that goes into a teaching job, aside from what happens in the classroom. And you know this only too well, Anjum, because you were a secondary school teacher yourself up until fairly recently. You only left the profession a year ago. Do you mind talking a little bit about why you left?
I mean, just the positives were there, and I stayed in the profession for over 20 years. But it got to a point where workload was a real issue. I think the model that we currently have for teachers in this country is that you could be teaching something like 21 out of 25 hours, and those 4 hours for a secondary school teacher would be dedicated to your planning and your marking, all of your administration, your report writing, your data entry. And I think that there just aren't enough hours in the day if you're going to be able to do all of that, as well as at the chalk face teaching 21 out of 25 hours in the week.
What is the answer? Is it more teachers?
Ultimately, it would be more teachers and investment, because if you're going to reduce the teachers' teaching load, you'd need to reduce that, and so somebody else would need to pick that up. So you would need more investment, you would need more teaching and teachers in the classroom, definitely.
OK. Anjum, really good to hear from you and get your perspective as well. Anjum Peerbacos there, our education reporter. Good to see you. Thank you.